Spotify, accusing the companies of, quote, artificially inflating the spread of Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. In the New York court filing, Drake alleges UMG and Spotify, quote, deceived. Culture reporter at ESPN's Andscape and author of It Was All a Dream, Biggie and the World That Made Him, Justin Tinsley, joins me now for more. Justin, thanks for coming on. First, I just want to get your reaction. What did you think when you first heard the claims in this petition?
Wow. Like, in the history of rap beef and all the rap beefs that I've covered in my career and all the rap beefs that I've read about over the course of the genre's entire history, from Ice Cube and NWA to obviously Tupac and Biggie, Jay-Z and Nas, so on and so forth, you've never actually seen potential litigation come into play. So when I saw this drop yesterday, I was like, wow, this is definitely a new frontier in terms of rap beef.
Now, how big of a deal is it for a star like Drake to be alleging that one of the largest music labels in the world and streaming platforms in the world were basically conspiring against him to promote this diss track?
It's a potential bombshell, because what he filed was a petition, which is not to be confused with the lawsuit. Basically, a petition is going to allow his lawyers to look at evidence or search for evidence that they alleged in that petition. Now, if they find things to their liking or find things to their interest, they could potentially file a lawsuit. But like you said, this is one of the biggest stars in the world, one of the biggest music labels in the world, one of the biggest streaming platforms in the world, and he's alleging foul play. He's alleging that they juked the numbers in terms of helping his rival, his foe out, and in terms to hurt him. So it could potentially be a major lawsuit when we're looking at in terms of the intersections of the not criminal justice system, but law enforcement, law, courts, and hip hop, which already has a storied history to begin with.
Now, Drake's petition also accuses UMG and Spotify of paying social media influencers to promote Not Like Us. But Not Like Us also debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. It broke the Hot Rap Songs chart record for the most weeks at a time. So if his allegations are true, could that all be tied into this, or does that make this case more difficult for him?
Honestly, here's the thing, Diane. I don't know if anyone would be surprised if numbers were manipulated in some sort, because you got to think about it. There's always been some sort of pay for play situation going on with the music industry. This is long before streaming, long before the internet came into play. But here's the thing about Not Like Us. What can't be manipulated is the cultural touchstone that it became over the spring and the summer. What can't be manipulated is how marching bands at colleges are playing this every weekend during football games, or how it's being played at wedding receptions, how it's being played at homecomings. You can't manipulate the cultural impact that this song had. And that's one thing that Drake, no matter what becomes of this potential lawsuit, he can't take away from that. This song was a major hit, and it's up for several major awards at the Grammys next year, including Song of the Year.
Feelings, someone in their feelings. So the first Drake doubling down. This nigga doubling down with a second lawsuit, ladies and gentlemen. So the first one, let's make sure we get this clear cut first. Let me just explain what's going on. So the first lawsuit is suing Spotify and UMG, saying that they used money that apparently, quote unquote, accumulated from Drake, not from all of the other artists that are under their label, specifically just Drake, taking money that they made from him, using it to pay bots, platforms, whatever the case may be, to boost numbers, to just take numbers and say, okay, without actual people watching this or listening to this, or the whole thing of the Apple stream where, okay, this might be a little, like the one with the Apple stream, he might have a little something there, like, say for example, one of the examples he was making is if you typed in Certified Lover Boy, which is one of Drake's songs. Not Like Us would pop up, because you know the line, and Certified Lover Boy, Certified PDF, pop, 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 pop. You know that in there. So I'll give him some leeway on maybe the Apple thing, right? And the Spotify. But that's the whole argument with the lawsuit in case #1. He's suing, saying people are using money to boost his numbers. Now this lawsuit, this troubles me. This not only troubles me for Drake, but this troubles me for the industry and the culture. Let me explain why. Drake is now suing for lyrics, for saying, bottom line, however you want to shape it up, he is in his feelings, and his feelings are hurt because he feels like the Not Like Us song and the things Kendrick are saying, calling him a PDF, calling him a a colonizer, a white boy, this and that, all of those things, that he should not say those things about him in that record, and the record label, knowing that he's saying those things about him, should not let that slide and be aired out to the public. My nigga, if this ain't softer than jello, softer than pudding, softer than wet shit, wet puppy shit, Drake, this is the softest move I've ever seen in hip-hop history. Never in hip-hop history. Out of all the things that Ice Cube said to them niggas on No Vaseline, not only just one person, 4 dudes. No, 3 dudes. I think it was 3. Easy, MC Ren, your boy. It was 3. It was 4 all together, including Ice Cube. So 3 dudes. They take their L. Kept it pushing. Talking about no lawsuit. We ain't trying to, sue nobody. We ain't going down the road. Tupac and Biggie. Okay, that ended in Streetwise. We ain't trying to take it. We trying to keep it away from that. But Biggie didn't go and say, hey, I didn't like what that dude said about me, Hey, lawyer, you could sue this boy, man, a couple dollars. Tupac didn't say, oh, that's how it is. No, you know what them dudes did? They get back in the booth. Jay-Z and Nas. How would it look if Jay-Z did this against Ether? Hey, I didn't like what that dude said about me and Ether. What it would feel like if Nas would say, hey, I didn't like what Jay-Z said about me. You know what they did? Suck it up. Got in the booth. Throw down. Eminem. Ja Rule. 50 Cent. Whoever else. Like, Drake, coming back after this. Coming back after this. I even think now your fans start to, if your fans do even start to see the damn, all that defending they did for you, all that defensive, chatting and tweeting and posting on the World Star Hip Hop on this one page, all the trolling they did for you. How could you let your own fans down like this, Drake? Because if I was a Drake fan, just like I was a Cole fan, and I was highly disappointed when Cole apologized on stage. Y'all saw the video, go back and check it out. We made it known, but J. Cole, it was some punk ass shit. It was some soft boy stuff. So, when are y'all gonna say the same thing about y'all own artists? When are y'all gonna take accountability that the fox is the fox? Here's where this gets dangerous, and this I can close out with this. This is where what Drake is doing to me gets dangerous, because now it's going to put hip-hop and culture in a scope radar in the same way that murder rap did, where now they looking at artists' lyrics and they trying to use those lyrics against you in some kind of way. How dare you decide to put a lawsuit for your selfish ass just because you don't like what another nigga said about you, but you've been doing this throughout your whole career with other niggas. Where was this with Back to Back? When you was bigging up Back to Back, where was this when you was like, oh, suppose Meek Mill did this and say, hey, I don't like what Drake's saying about me in Back to Back, and all these other diss records that you put out with Ross and somebody else. But because it's you, that's why you feel it's legitimate for you to do this? Nah, bro. There's no way you could justify this. There's no way you could sell this as somewhat of a should-be thing to do, because now this is going to put lyrics and rap even under more of a microscope pertaining to the lyrics now, because if this really trickles down and has some butterfly effect now, could you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, we can't even have rap beefs anymore, because people are going to be in their feelings so much, which is where this world is turning into, which is why I stay telling people, take me back to the 90s any day of the week, because this new time and the way y'all do things, imagine this really does hit ground, and now we can't have battle rap or rap beefs anymore, because other people are going to have the notion or means now to say, hey, careful what you say about me in them rhymes, because I could really and truly go sue you now because I don't like what you said. Whole ass nigga shit, level 10, level 100, level 1,000, level 1 million, level 1 billion. Drake, you walk away from hip hop, bro. I'm done with you. Just because of this one move and this next lawsuit. The first lawsuit, I would have let you just ride with that, because yeah, that's just a whole crying over numbers. Now you taking it to your feelings. You really taking it to your feelings when you talk about you don't like what another nigga say about you. You don't like when someone go outside and comedians have this roasting, snapping on each other thing. Wow. I'm done, guys. Let me know what y'all thoughts is in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about this. What do y'all think this is going to mean for hip hop? How do y'all feel about Drake at this point? Please talk to me in the comment section. Meantime, between time, peace out and well. Stay favorite. Be grateful. Out here.